Okay, so I know what you might be thinking. Who's this random kid who just popped up on my screen on an average Wednesday? Who is this guy? So let me formally introduce myself. My name is Shai, aka JaxTown, which is the name of this channel. So, as you might have noticed, maybe with my Jacksonville Jaguar sweater, or the Lakers stuff behind me, or this Dodger hat, or these bobbleheads, this channel is going to be all about sports. So I think that sports are just such a great way of bringing people together, and just every day, so many people love sports, and so many people spend time with sports, checking scores, or maybe just looking on their phones, watching clips, and just following their favorite teams. And so many people spend time with sports every day for fun, and which is great. But for me, I've been spending so much time with sports my entire life, honestly, and I just felt that I've gathered so much information. I just know so much about sports, and I just love talking about sports so much that I just feel like it was time for me to start to do something more than just check my phone or just know something or talk about something just for fun. Well, obviously this is for fun too, but I just felt like I could do more with my knowledge. And so if you love sports, this is the channel for you, because for me, honestly, being from Southern California, growing up like in the LA area, being a huge baseball, football, basketball, mainly basketball, football and baseball. Those are the three main ones. So being a Dodger fan for baseball, a Jaguar fan for football, which is a little different, as I'll get to that later. And then Rams also for football. And then mainly the Laker fan, which I've been a Laker fan my entire life. So I just love sports and talking about them. So now that it's finally happening, I'm just super excited. And if you love sports, this is the channel for you. Trust me. I'm going to talk about a bunch of different things, different subjects, and I do probably a lot of top 10 lists and ranking things, and it's just going to be a good time. So if you're a big sports person, big sports guy or gal, just subscribe right away, because trust me, I'm going to bring some great content. All right, so a lot of you might be asking, why JaxTown? What is that name? Like, why is that your YouTube channel name? Well, first and foremost, I mean, I'm a huge Jaguar fan for football. Watching football for several years before we got a team, or two teams now here in LA. I had to pick a team. I wanted to pick a team, and it was kind of hard to pick a team at first because I didn't really want to be like everyone else. I didn't want to kind of be like a bandwagon and root for a team that so many people were rooting for, like the Patriots or the Packers or the 49ers or the Steelers. So teams that everyone was rooting for. So I kind of wanted to pick a unique team, and I wasn't really sure which one it was going to be. But then I had a couple really good players on my fantasy team when I was playing fantasy football. Mainly Allen Robinson, the former Jags receiver, who's a Chicago Bear now, which I'm really upset about. Anyways, and he played so well, and he had one really awesome season, and then he did so well for my fantasy team, and I won my fantasy league that year. And then I just started to really like him, and then I really started to like the Jags because no one was really rooting for them, because they just didn't really seem like a super popular team. And I just really liked them because I thought the logo was really awesome. And then, Florida is like nice, and the place they play, it's cool. It's like the only team in Jacksonville, and they had a lot of good, young, fun players to watch. And they still do. And they're just an exciting team. I know they had a really good year 2 years ago. Last year, they were really disappointing. But even when they were terrible before 2 years ago, I was loyal to them. And then when they got really good, I was just really excited about that. So basically, because they're unique, and as far as JaxTown specifically, when I was playing Madden Mobile a few years back in freshman year, when it was a really popular thing, now it's not really popular anymore. I played Madden Mobile, and I guess I wanted to show that I was a Jaguar fan, and so like the abbreviation when they play football on TV is Jax, Jax, and so I just named myself JaxTown just for fun, like, I'm a Jaguar fan. Like just to show people I was a Jaguar fan. And it turns out that people at school, once they found out my Madden Mobile name was JaxTown, when I would play side by side with other Madden Mobilers, they just started calling me JaxTown, some kids, and that's just who I was. And I like JaxTown. So it expresses my favorite sports team, and I'm just, I just stuck with it. So that's what I really like. That's why I like being JaxTown. And the Jaguars, they're always going to be my favorite team. Of course, I like the Chargers and Rams now that they're in LA. They're second and third, but the Jaguars are always number one because they were my team before we got anyone in LA. So That's why I'm JaxTown. All right, so just to wrap things up here, so basically in terms of how often I upload things or videos, I'm not really sure exactly what the uploading schedule is going to be. I probably want to do at least like 2 or 3 times a week, at least. And so making like different videos, whether it's like a top 10 or like ranking something from best to worst or vice versa, worst to best, or just talking about like a certain situation, like maybe like for baseball, for example, like Bryce Harper's free agency is like a big thing going on right now. And then maybe in the NBA, we're talking about maybe like the MVP race. So the uploading schedule, I want to do like 2 or 3 times a week. So, but I'm not really sure yet. But I will say this, with either tomorrow or the next day, I'm going to be uploading my first video, which is going to be top 10 NBA players of all time. Because I feel like even though I'm a big football fan and it's JaxTown football, I think basketball is the sport that I've watched for the longest, like literally since I was in diapers, the longest. And so the NBA is what I've kind of loved for the longest. And so to kind of honor that, I'm going to make my first video about the NBA, top 10 players of all time. And it's going to be fun just to kind of show you what this channel is going to be all about. And then we'll go from there. So make sure, just again, to clarify, if you love sports, I mean, basketball, football, baseball, and also, I forgot to mention, college sports too, like mainly basketball and football, and mainly college basketball, because March Madness is coming up. I follow that too. I'm a big fan. I'll probably make some videos about that as well. So if you're a fan of college basketball, football too, and then NBA, NFL, and then the MLB, baseball, football, basketball, this is the channel for you. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, because I promise I'll be providing some great content. So that's going to be all for today. Thank you guys. I know one day down the road, hopefully, down the road, we'll be laughing at my first video. I think the hardest thing about YouTube is making that first video. And so now that I'm finally doing that, I'm really excited that I kind of have that off my chest. And so, so make sure you hit that sub button. And thank you guys for watching. Have a great day and take care.